In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the code that I wrote to export animation from Maya over to Arduino code that could play in the actual animatronic. The code was written in Python for Maya, and then obviously the C-based language for Arduino. So let's take a look.
In order to animate Togepi, I built a rig in Maya with the same constraints as the mechanical version. For instance, the arm will only move up and down, and also tilting and rotation. And then if I just did a little test animation through here for this demonstration, I wrote a script in Python. So I wrote this Python script that basically give it a start and an end and a wait amount that's in milliseconds. So if we want to play at 24 frames per second, we give it 1/24th of a millisecond, which is 42 out of 1,000. I have a dictionary for some info on the limits of the servos, and then this is where it actually kind of gets silly. So I have some code right here that's going to plug in different values that the Arduino code actually uses. So probably the more right way to do it would be able to export these animation keyframes onto an SD card, get an SD card module that sticks in there, and then stream the information in from there. What this actually does is it has a template string for servo name dot write and then a value. And what it actually does, it'll go through every keyframe for every object, and if it's different than the previous keyframe, it will record for that frame the rotation value of the object and store it into a list here so that it can go back through later and print out the information for it. So let me actually run this code and it'll make more sense. And we'll run this process function. You'll see a dialog box pops up that says enter name. So let's name this test anim. And what Maya actually spits out is this code right here. If I scroll up to the top, here we have void test anim that is actually going to just be copied and pasted into the Arduino code. So here you can see, here's a dance animation, for example. For the first frame it says right tilt servo at 90, right arm left servo at 155. So these are the default positions. So it's actually, you're just pasting code into the Arduino, which actually is pretty stupid, probably not the right way to do it, but I found out that with the 32 kilobytes that I can store in Arduino code, I can do about 2 minutes of animation, which is far more than I need anyway. So it's kind of silly, but it works. And you just paste it in there. Here's the Arduino code saying, here's our input pins and our int values and some limits for them. And then serial.begin, flush the serial, and then attach everything. And then under here, we're just getting serial values from the Bluetooth module. And if the pin number is 13, do the wave. If the pin number is 12, do happy. And then on the Bluetooth controller, which could be a phone or a tablet or whatever, I have just a generic app that sends these numbers through. And that is the programming and exporting behind Togepi.
So that's kind of an overview of how I take animation from Maya and store it inside of the Arduino.